Coach, obviously game tonight, but it's been a really rough day back home. Just your thoughts on the events that happened and just moving forward into this game and what has been the feeling for you this day?
Devastated, obviously. Our hearts and our prayers, our thoughts go out to all the families that are impacted by, to be honest with you, a senseless act of violence. And, we discussed it a bit with our players, but, we're just living in times and in a world where you just, you don't know where you're safe. Schools, churches, people should be able to go out and have a good time and walk the streets, and, it's devastating. And I can only imagine, what those families are going through and what they have to deal with now for the rest of their lives.
Mentally, as a team, how do you take the court? I mean, is it just being a professional at this point?
Well, it's number one, we're acknowledging, this is a difficult time for, all the folks involved, especially it being close to home with us being in New Orleans. And sometimes it can be difficult to go out and try to execute a basketball game and game plan and all of that stuff when you just realize that it's so many other factors going on that are bigger than the game. But at the same time, we do have a responsibility to step on the floor today tonight rather, and give it our best.
As far as the basketball goes, you have played a lot better. You just haven't been able to break through in the win column. How much is the continuity and the fact that you've been able to start the same lineup now for 10-plus games and you haven't really had anybody else go on the injury list? How much does that help as far as what's going on in the court?
Yeah, it's helping out a ton for us. It's what we've been missing this season is being able to start the same five for a string of games in a row, being able to get some practice time with the same group. And we can see that the continuity is getting better. Our habits are getting better. And unfortunately, we haven't had the results, but there's a lot of positives in the last few games that we played.
Willie, how did you find out this morning? How did the morning kind of unfold for you?
I got a text from my dad this morning, and he was wishing me Happy New Year, but saying that